Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Jordeve, and yeah, I know what you're thinking, right? You're probably sitting here thinking to yourself, what the fuck is this? Jordeve's doing a podcast. Are you serious? Really? And the answer to that is yes. Because I was looking around on the internet recently. I've been on the internet a lot, and I was looking around, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? There just aren't enough podcasts on the internet. I don't think there's enough people out there talking about what's on their minds and shit, and I think that is something that I could probably fill a quota in. So here we are. I kid, of course. I'm being totally sarcastic. There is a shit ton of podcasts, and this might get a bit buried amongst all the rest of them. But I'm not really doing a podcast for the sake of trying to get big or popular on the internet, like podcast-wise. If it does happen, that's great. That's awesome. But, if it doesn't, it's fine. That's what I've seen. I was thinking to myself before, if I get big on the podcast forums from this, then that's great. That's exactly, that's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything more with that. And if I don't, that's fine. It's also more of these, the way I'm talking about it, they're also more of a case of, okay, I'll put it to you like this, right? This podcast isn't going to be about necessarily anything in particular. I'm not going to sit here going, right, so we're going to spend the first 5 minutes talking about sports. And then we're going to talk about the news of the day. We're not going to do that, right? Literally, this is going to be only me talking. There might be a couple of rare occasions where there's actually going to be some other people, but for the most part, it is just going to be me talking to you by myself. So, yeah, if it happens to come out popular, great. If not, it's still like little video logs. Not even video logs, it's more like a little audio diary. Because as you can probably see here, it's not exactly a video podcast. I could do one. Okay, yeah, I've thought about doing one, but I don't know if that's actually something that's worth doing because that's just going to take up a lot more space. So for now, I'm thinking I just do audio ways. And if anyone wants to do a video one, yeah, right. I have the qualifications and the capabilities for it. It's really what you want, guys. I'm doing this for me as well as you. I'm doing this to make me happy, and if it makes anyone else happy, then yeah, we can work together to make more people happy. But, whatever the case is, I'm still having fun with this. Anyway, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the little timing bar, and I've already been doing this for a little over 2 minutes now, so we should probably just get into the meat and spuds of it. So, like I said, I don't plan these out. I might do if I start to think, oh shit, I'm kind of stuck in a rut. But I'll try and cut out those bits. If I'm sitting here going, If I get too many of those, I can cut those out, which is why it's good because it's seamless. I've got, the tools ready to make it seem almost seamless audio ways if I think, oh shit, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to cut this bit out. Whereas if it's a video, then it's just going to go, okay, so anyways, I was saying, and this is going to look a bit scuffed. So, yeah, if we do this, not so bad. Sorry, that's just me moving my phone. If you guys have seen, let me move the microphone up. That could probably help a bit. If you guys have seen any of my, or if you've seen my house tour, then you'll know how my setup is kind of in here. So if you accidentally hear like a little, my apologies. I'm trying to get down as much of the reverberation and background noise as I can. It doesn't sound too bad background-wise, but, I want to make it, proper good. Otherwise, yeah, if it sounds a bit scuffed, I can probably just chuck in some background music, some, soft ambient stuff. Again, if you guys like what you hear but want to hear it sound slightly better, you just let me know, right? And we'll figure it out. Also, it's funny, I'm just looking down the disk space remaining for recording down there, and it says 36 hours and 15 minutes. I've been recording this, the recording's been going on for about 4 minutes now. Yep, so now we're down to 14 minutes, and I'm 13 now, so realistically 36 hours is probably going to take 20 minutes, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, I've rambled on enough now. This is something I've said when it comes to me calling people and talking to people on the phone. I'm a bit awkward with the highs and the buys, but in the middle I'm totally fine, because it's just like, oh, hey, hi, and shit. And then I overstay my welcome on the phone, like I'm probably doing here. Whereas in the middle of the conversation, I'm totally fine. I can keep talking, like I'm probably doing now. But this is also something I'm probably going to use to develop some habits, some good habits, and try and tone down some bad habits. Like if I start to feel like I'm rambling on too much, like I'm probably doing here, I think, oh, okay, I'll watch this back and I'll learn from that. Next podcast, maybe do a little less. So we'll see how we go. By the way, it's now 36 hours and 4 minutes, so that thing is talking mad shit. 3 minutes now. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I figured, like I said, there's no set layout. It's just kind of like how my mind goes. So you'll probably look at me a few times and think, holy shit, he's got ADHD. And we found out, no, I don't. We found out many, many years ago that even Oops, that could have been bad. I don't know what happened there. It froze. Yeah. So I don't have ADHD. We found that out, even though you could probably still believe I do. And in some cases, I think I might have slight. But it is what it is. So anyway, let's move on and we'll get right into it. So, I said, no set format. So I think right now I'm just going to start off with a little introduction about myself and tell you guys a little bit about how I am. I'm thinking we're going to keep these at about short 15 to 20 minutes. You know, if you fall asleep listening to these, great, I'll put you to bed. Otherwise, if you've got nothing else to do, if you listen to this on the toilet, such is life. You know, I listen to podcasts on the toilet all the time. It's fine. So, let's start off with a little bit about me. And also, apologies as well if you hear any, extra noise. It's a very loud neighborhood, you know, dogs, kids, cars. If it's loud, it lives in my area. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So, let's talk about me. Let's be smug and talk about me, right? So, my name, for those who don't know, is Jordeve. That's how I go about in real life. On the internet, I go by Jordeve. I've gone by lots of other usernames, some of which I forget because it's been that many. And if you really want to know, ask Zeb or Tyler or something like that. They bust my balls all the time for how many YouTube accounts I've had, so I'm sure they've kept a tally. See, in being seamless, I hopefully just cut this bit out to have a drink of water. If I forget some bits, I apologize. You know, lots to do, but I'm going to add out as many of the little flaws and shit as I can. But anyway, back to it. So, my name is Jordeve. I go by Jordeve on the internet. So sometimes Jordeve in real life, depending on, you know, what I'm doing. If I'm going to be like, hey guys, I'm playing bowling. Oh, look, Jordeve's pretty awesome. It's like, wow, that sounds like a really dope username. Is he on the internet? Let's have a look. But yes, so Jordeve/Jordeve. I can even read out the little bio that I wrote for my Twitch/YouTube. In fact, I might quickly do that just for a laugh, because I think that could probably be a little way of sneaking through and just being like, yeah, this is what I say, and this is how this goes and shit. Oh, don't. Oh, okay, cool. I thought my playlist trailer was going to play. So, my YouTube and Twitch about me that I've had for many years is as follows. About me. I, Jordeve/Jordeve, am a YouTuber and streamer, brackets, but not very big as either, based in Western Australia. I've been gaming all my life and enjoy being in front of a camera, so I decided to make the best of both worlds and become some internet guy. Please feel free to stick around if you think my style of whatever is worth it to you. Smiley face. So, yeah. That's pretty much the simple way of going about it. It's pretty much me. I play games. I make YouTube content. I make Twitch content. If there's a camera in my face, it's funny. There was 7 years ago, 2014. I've looked at some of the photos of myself there, and I didn't have much of a personality. I had a little flat haircut sort of thing, so I was too not confident enough to go up to the barbers and be like, "Yo, fam, give me this," and they'd be like, "Say no more." You know, I've honestly not had a lot of confidence in myself for a while. Nowadays, I do. I've got a bit more going on, but back then it was really kind of timidity and shyness. So I've broadened my horizons on that, and I think that's really good. And I'm not going to lie, I think a massive portion of where that confidence came from is being on the internet, you know. They say you can't really have thin skin on the internet, which I do. But like I said, I'll listen back to this audio and be like, oh, I've got to change that. Or, oh, I like that. I'll keep that. I watch back my stuff really, really often. I watch back a lot of my videos, my new videos and my old videos, and take out the good bits and then kind of put them into other videos and be like, wow, we can make this the best that we can. And I think so far it's worked, because I'm not going to lie. There are times, if I was doing this many years ago, I'd just been so, you know, like I said, you know, I do that a lot sometimes in my videos, but that's because I just ramble on and I think, oh shit, I really should stop and think about what I'm saying. But yeah, nowadays I don't feel so weird about it. I can just, you know, kind of sit in front of a computer, look around at two different screens, and still have a little flow in my mind. It's good. But it's funny to think about. Right, this is something that, okay, this could be one of the first things I talk about in that sense. I've just introduced myself, and, you know, so now we can also talk about some other stuff. It's funny. We're in a society now where everybody has a phone, or most people have a phone. They've got an iPhone, so they've got a camera that they can use to take photos, or they can use to film shit, like videos, anywhere they are, anywhere they want, and you can walk around. And it's funny to think about, because I watched, if anyone knows, I haven't watched him in years, but Casper Lee, he talked about this in a video, and I completely agree. You walk around these days talking to your phone, filming yourself on a phone, and everyone's probably thinking, oh, that's all right. They're probably just sitting there FaceTiming their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their mum or their dad, whoever the hell. But realistically, they're probably filming a TikTok or an Instagram video or a YouTube short, as I've seen so many. Okay, I said I live in Perth. I don't know where the hell anyone else can find these, but I kid you not, in every single bus stop that has a little rotating screen, there is a YouTube Shorts tab. They're promoting it big time. So I'm almost starting to wonder if YouTube is starting to have a worry about what's going on with TikTok. Because I don't use TikTok. I've never really used TikTok. I've been on there once to have a look at one of my favorite YouTubers, some of his, like, have a look at his channel, and I've not gone back on since. That was that was around the time TikTok first started, so it could have been a year ago, whenever it started. But yeah, otherwise, the only way I'll see TikToks is if people show them to me, or I happen to scroll through YouTube and they're like, guys, have a look at this compilation of these things. And then you have a look and it's all like TikTok logos in the corners. I'm like, oh, all right, fine. But it makes you think, because TikTok is becoming the big platform right now that a lot of people are getting famous off. Whereas YouTube is starting to shoot themselves in the foot, because they decided to make YouTube Kids many years ago and everyone said, well, we're not going to fucking use that. So YouTube says, all right, that's fine. I'm just going to end up making YouTube Kids as YouTube. So now a lot of the good shit that used to be on YouTube, no good. It's not what it used to be. I'm sorry. And I hate that. Like, change is good if it's the right change, but it's not like where you just fucking grab exactly what you've got and take a piss on it. Because what's that going to accomplish? You know, YouTube these days, what was that thing they did? I'm trying to talk as I remember what they did. They did the dislike bar, right? The dislike bar, yeah, like I said, you have to have a bit of, you can't have too much thin skin. I do have thin skin, but I also can take a bit of constructive criticism if it's proper constructive. Problem is these days, yeah, you do get some dickheads who just dislike videos for the fuck of it. But, you know, it's at the same time, I watch some stuff, I think, oh, my motorbike's having problems. What should I do? I'll go on YouTube and have a look at this. Or, oh, my Fortnite keeps crashing and my whole computer freezes as a result. What should I do? I'm going to go look at a tutorial little thing. And they're going to be like, all right, guys, here's how you fix this, right? And up until a month ago, whenever they got rid of the dislike bar, I shit, you know, I used to do this. I know a lot of people probably used to do the same thing. You jump on a video, you click it, and you'd see how to unfreeze your computer when shit goes wrong like this. And it'd be like 29 thumbs up and like 602 thumbs down. You'd be like, right, so this video seems like it's going to be proper bullshit and I am not going to benefit from it. So you'd take off and find the next one. Ooh, 2,000 thumbs up, 16 thumbs down. That's promising. But yeah, you can't do that anymore. So it's sending people in the opposite direction. YouTube's trying to go, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of all the beneficial shit and then we're going to put over the stuff that not many people use. We're going to get rid of the dislike bar so people can't dislike videos that are actual rubbish and fake. But we're also going to bring out a new concept where people can make as much shit content as they want. It's probably, again, rubbish. I'm not having to go at the content itself, but if people are just making crap up and slapping a label on it saying, this is real, it's not going to go over well. So I don't know where YouTube's trying to think about this, right? I don't know. I wish I could be, I don't know, a fly on the wall in a meeting at YouTube headquarters. It's something that I probably wish I could do sometimes and just watch it and go, you are fucking kidding. How have you decided to make YouTube rubbish? It's like they're throwing YouTube in a bin and saying, all right, it's rubbish now anyway. What should we do? How can we fix it? Well, I don't know, but something stinks in here, so we should take a shit in the same bin that we just threw YouTube in to really get a smell going. It's no good. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping YouTube finds a way to bring the bar back while also catering to the sensitive kinds on that sense. I don't know. I don't want to say sensitive because, again, it almost seems insulting to like the 11-year-old kids who are making videos or whoever. I'm not having to go at them either, but I don't know. That's where YouTube Kids should have stayed as YouTube Kids, where there'd be a lot less pedos and shit out there. Because I don't know if you guys know. That's exactly why they did it. It's because people used to like feed on little kids' videos and go through the comments and be like, hey, you like what you see? You want to see something else? Come over mine and I'll show you. And shit like that. And yeah, they're absolutely seedy fucks who prison time sounds pretty good for them. But I don't know. YouTube needs to sort that out. But I'm also thinking to myself now, I started talking about TikTok and YouTube competing against each other. When really I was talking about how YouTube, phones, people used to have their phones and they walk around these days and the people are like, oh, they're FaceTiming whoever, when really they're actually like filming themselves. But not a lot of people look at it the same way. If I walk around with my iPhone 11 and go, what's up guys, it's me, Jordeve, and I'm back with another video, people are just like, oh, okay, all right, fine, he's filming a YouTube video, that's fine, whatever. But if you walk around with a big DSLR like I have, one of them big ones that's got a lanyard and it fucking weighs about like as much as your arm does. Oh, it's a bit heavy. What's up, guys? It's me, Jordeve. And everyone's going, why is this dude walking around talking into a big camera? That's just weird. So there's the stigma surrounding if you walk around with a phone and talk into it, no one really bats an eyelid. Granted, I still am a bit self-conscious, and so I've got AirPods in. I walk around going, oh, hey, Tyler, what's up, man? So you come around tonight or something like that? We're going to hang out today? What's going on? And people just like, who's he talking to? But if I hold my phone up to my mouth when I've still got my AirPods in, people go, it's all right, he's on the phone. We'll let him have his moment. So, I don't know. I think we're getting into a point in the not the future, because the future is also the present, but we're slowly progressing towards a time where less and less people are judging people for walking around with cameras that they're talking to, because more and more people are doing it, which is good and bad. Like, I think it's pretty good because I don't know, I've always equated it to being like wrestling, WWE, like what year are we in now? Yeah, about 20 years ago-ish, 25 years ago. If you wanted to be a WWE wrestler, you had to like film yourself in the indies and you had to make a tape of it and then you had to send it off to a certain address and they'll be like, oh, we like you, we'll bring you in for a tryout. Or maybe not just yet, keep working on your stuff and send another tape in and we'll see what we can do. Whereas nowadays, you just, people make highlights of everything these days. So like a small guy, like just, gets noticed and people just, we'll bring him in for a tryout now just based off what they've seen in a couple of clips off the internet, because everything is so easily accessible on the internet. That's the same thing with YouTube, or Twitch, TikTok, whatever, all those kind of like social medias where people like to get famous. It's the same concept. It used to be a case of like, it was a lot harder to get noticed. Oh, that's in fact what I was saying. It was a lot harder to get noticed back in the day, but also easier because, like I said, a lot less people were on the internet, so a lot less people were watching. So the chances of you getting saturated and filtered out by other people was a bit lower. But nowadays, everybody's doing it. So you've got a higher chance of being noticed because more people are watching, but you've also got a lower chance of being noticed because more people are doing the exact same thing that you're doing. So you also have to worry about, how can I combat them and do, if you're not prank videos, everyone wants to do prank videos these days. You have to get lucky by doing the right kind of prank videos and get the right audience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I've thought about this too much and maybe I've started to think about it in the wrong way, but I feel like that's kind of how it goes, It's just a case of easier to get noticed, but harder to get noticed. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, I've had multiple channels. My first YouTube channel has a couple of hundred subscribers, but I up and left that like nearly 10 years ago to start a new channel. That didn't go very far and I didn't like where it was going, so I started a new channel. And then after a certain point, I started another one, and then I made another one after that because I don't know why I ditched the other two. And then both of those channels got terminated because YouTube was being a fucking cunt about it. So I had to start yet another channel. And so, over the last, what year are we in now? 2021, we're bordering 2022. So honestly, I'm just under, or a little over a year away from 15 years on YouTube. Which falls back to what I was saying. If there's so many people on YouTube right now that, if I had actually had the tools now, this is the thing, if everyone has the tools now that they wanted to have back then, if everyone had back then what they have now, YouTube would fucking blow up. Who knows? The original guys who made YouTube probably wouldn't have even sold to Google, because YouTube could have just made it fine on its own. But, yeah, I could have been really big on YouTube way back earlier if I had the tools and the confidence that I have now. But as it turns out, it's one of those things. It's progress. But, yeah. I don't know. Everybody does it, so you kind of got to figure out the right shtick. There was another word I was going to use just then, but I can't remember what it was. I can't figure out the word I was thinking of, but, all the same. I don't know. It just kind of feels like there's an oversaturation, so you have to find the right thing, which, again, like it goes back to what I was saying at the start of my stream, or at the start of the podcast. I am literally sitting here talking to myself, making a podcast. I joked when I said there's not a lot, because honestly, if I go onto YouTube or Twitch right now, which I'm not going to do, because I think we're almost running out of time, so I don't want to go too long on this, or people go, oh my god, shut up. But if I went to YouTube, a YouTube tab, wherever the hell you can find topics and shit, more from YouTube. Is it somewhere down here? No, they don't have podcasts. But Twitch podcasts, YouTube podcasts, oversaturation of them. Okay, I don't want to say oversaturation because it's good to have podcasts because you can have a different perspective. It's something for everyone. You know, you got like gun nuts like to watch gun videos. You've got like religious people who watch religious podcasts where they talk about that. You know, sports, you can talk about sports. Like there's so many people watching sports ones. UFC, soccer, cricket, footy, whatever. Something for everyone. And that's why you've got to find the right narrative that fits what you want to have. And that's why there's me who's talking about absolutely fucking whatever. Like I'm making this up as I go along. So there's not going to be a case of, well, okay. What category can we put him in? Because there isn't one. I don't really feel like I end up in the same or in a set category for things sometimes because there's enough rambling on in my mind where I go, oh, he's talking about UFC and sports. We should put him in sports. Oh, wait, now he's talking about the news? He's talking about YouTube? Do we put him in the where do we put him? Oh, that's a tough one. So maybe I'll figure it out as I go along. Maybe like, oh, I'm starting to get more notices for this, you know? But again, it's just a case of figuring it out. So it's all wait and see, trial and error, I think is what I was looking for. It's trial and error. I think that's exactly what this is. Same with my YouTube. I upload gaming videos. My gaming videos get more views than almost anything else. So honestly, I could do a set gaming channel like I've done twice. No, one of them was Jeve Plays and the other one was Jeve Plays with Friends, where I played single player games on my own and then uploaded multiplayer videos with my friends onto a different channel. That was the channel that got taken down. I'm still pissed about that, by the way. It's been 6.5 years and I'm still pissed about that. But then, yeah, I made another account a few years ago. What was it? Jordeve and Jordeve Games. I made another account called Jordeve Vlogs, but then I realized if I start to segregate all of my videos into categories on different channels, eventually neither of them will grow because I got like the amount of subscribers I do on this channel because everyone's going, well, the uploads vlogs, that's kind of okay. But I really like the gaming videos and vice versa. Whereas the other one, it goes, oh, he's just talking about vlogs. I'm not going to subscribe to this channel. If you got everything in one, more people will show. If you build it, nerds will come. And that's not insulting nerds. That's a reference to a movie. And I will give a subscription on Twitch and on YouTube to whoever can figure... If you've been in the video this long and you've listened to it and you know where that line is from, congratulations, you got a free Twitch sub coming your way. Well, free for you. But, yeah. So... yeah, like I said, trial and error. You just got to find out what works. Because you see so many podcasts that talk about whatever and it kind of falls down. But it's fine for me if this falls. I'll still do it anyway, I think. Because, you know, here we are just under half an hour from where I started recording. And I'm still talking. That's not a surprise. Honestly, if I ever serve you guys at my workplace, you will realize this is not just a facade. It's one of those things where, as I said, I don't really... like sometimes talking as much as I do because I feel like it might be becoming a bit of a pain in the ass for the people involved. So, yeah, if I record myself and I'm talking to friends, like, oh, hang on, I wanted to say something, I'll cut them off. Oh, hang about. Maybe I shouldn't like cut them off. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit quiet and find the right spot to sneak in. So I learn from my mistakes, and that's what's good about recording your stuff. Granted, you look at it like your videos from 10 years ago, and you're like, hi guys, it's me, Jordeve. Hi, you're like, oh, that's hard to watch, but you learn. You'd be like, okay, so maybe I've got to make my voice a bit deeper, a little bit more rugged. You got to find out what works. And that's exactly what I think all this is good for. So I'm not going to stop. Maybe I'll do this a little bit more infrequently, but I'm thinking of at least maybe one a week, one every 2 weeks or something like that, just again, so I don't like overkill it. But you never know, you're like, if I feel like I want to get something off my chest, because that's what I was thinking. These could be like video diaries or audio diaries where it's like, all right, guys, so it's at the end of the week. Let me tell you what happened in my week, right? But this is obviously not going to be one of those. This is just where I kind of like want to get in the zone of like, okay, I'm going to talk about a topic. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. But it's weird because I've only talked about 4 topics and I'm already about 25 minutes in-ish, 25-ish. So, I don't know. Makes you think, you know. But, yeah. So, that's that. I'm thinking now, we're a little bit short of half an hour. I said it's going to go for about 15 to 20 minutes, so nearly half an hour. So between 15 minutes and half an hour, 20 minutes is ideal. If we go for half an hour, it's fine. If I go over, I'm going to have to stop. But I'm not there yet, so I'm going to stop. I'm probably going to quit while I'm ahead. So, yeah. Thank you for watching on that one. I hope you guys appreciated it. If you liked it, as you know, I don't like to be that beg thing, so I'm not really begging. I'm just doing that thing that everyone else is like, oh guys, click the subscribe button down below and click the thumbs up to let me know you liked it. You guys already know how that goes. If you like the content, like it. And if you dislike it, click the dislike button. Nobody else will see but me, but I'll know. Maybe even leave a comment if you said, I was the one who disliked, and here's why I didn't like it. And if you're going to start it off with, because I'm a smug asshole and I don't like you, I'm just going to dislike all your stuff. Well, fuck off. Go somewhere else, right? You know, plenty of other people who like that kind of shit. But if it's dead-ass constructive criticism, you go, right, I didn't like this video and here's why. If you tell me that and it's like honest feedback and shit, that would be swell. Because again, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this with you guys. I'm talking and you guys are the behind the scenes. You can pull some of the strings and go, I want you to talk about this. Or I think you should do more of that. And I can do that for you. That's not a problem. If I find it will work out well and I can do it, fine. Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it. But yeah, otherwise I'll just keep rambling on. You guys are, oh, for God's sake. So yeah. See, this goes back to what I was saying before. I'm at the end of the thing now, and I'm like, all right, so I'm probably going to have to stop it now. And then I started rambling again because I feel awkward with it. So I'm going to stop right here. So, yeah. You know, like I said, you know, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've really liked it, maybe subscribe. That could be nice just to kind of like give me a bit of confidence boost. Otherwise, you know, whatever happens, happens. And yeah, if I don't see you in the next podcast, well, I hope I'll see you in the next vlog or the next gaming video or the next Twitch stream. I'll put over my Twitch real quick. You can follow me down in the link below. If you can't be bothered looking for it, just type in www.twitch.tv.com. No, twitch.tv/Jordeve. Simple. Branding. Yay! All right, so that's me done. Before I ramble on too much, I'm going to cut it there. So yeah, thank you all for listening. Feels weird saying watching because you can't see me. You can only hear me. Because you can't see me. Yes, I just made a John Cena reference. What are you going to do about it? And yes, I made another Vine reference. What are you going to do about it? Anyway. Right. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Right. So that's me done. I'll see you later. Until then, cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.